Happy afternoon, students. Today we will start with analytical paragraph. Do you know what is analytical paragraph? It means the description of charts, graphs, tables, pie charts. It is the description of whole the diagrams, whole the graphs, it is whole the complete data which is given to you have to represent a report about that whether it is increasing, decreasing, in which month or in which year, something like that, what is happening with that. Okay, a sufficient diagram will be given to you. Okay, and accordingly you have to explain that. In this, simply a description of a given chart, table, data and graph you have to do. Okay, it has to be precise and comprehensive. Okay, facts which is given in the charts must be included. Figures and quantities should be used appropriately. It would be preferable to use the passive form of the verb, means you have to write it in indirect form. Okay, so you have to read the instructions very carefully. Try to understand the trends, whether it is increasing, decreasing, okay, and what fluctuation is coming. Before interpreting, you have to introduce that what is given in this diagram. Do not add any information from your side. Do not ignore the data given. And most important thing, you have to stick to the word limit. It is given in your Bravia on page number 100. Okay, let's discuss this example. In this, days are given: morning, evening. Okay, distance covered on bicycle in kilometer, and days are given. The given chart shows the distance covered by Mr. Brown. Here it is mentioned that Mr. Brown had developed a new hobby, cycling, okay, on his bicycle during the last week. It is clear that he covers more distance in the morning than in the evening. Here, all the morning data is more or equal to the evening data. So, in morning he cover more distance, while he cycles for about 7 kilometers on an average in the morning. He can manage to cover approximately 5 kilometers in the evening. The data also shows that the distance covered increased during first 3 days. Look here, data is increasing during first 3 days and then it is decreasing, again increasing. But he could not cycle much on the Thursday. Thursday he had done only in the morning. He even skipped his cycling on Thursday evening. However, his weekend was quite energetic. He had covered the maximum distance on the weekend, as he covered at least 7 kilometers on each of his cycling trips on both the days. In this way, you have to give the analytical paragraph. It should be in the precise form, no need of giving extra details. Okay, you have to cover up only the data which is given to you. Okay, let's discuss the first one, which is given on page number 103 of your book. Following the line graph shows the sale of ice cream and hot coffee at a canteen during different months of a year. Study the data carefully and write an analytical paragraph. It is sales in units is given. These are the units and these are the months. This line is for ice cream and this is for hot coffee. This is for hot coffee and for ice cream. So let's interpret the data. The given line graph shows the sale of ice cream and hot coffee at a canteen during different months of a year. It is given that the data is about the ice cream and hot coffee sale at a canteen during different months of a year. So I have taken the same line. It is clear that ice cream sells more in the summer months from April to September. Sale of ice cream is more in the summer months. What are the summer months? April to September. And the sale of hot coffee increases in winter months. The highest sale of ice cream is in the month of June and July, which is about 700 units per day. However, this sale falls below 100 units in the month of December and January. Similarly, the sale of hot coffee units is around 700 units in the month of December and January, but it falls to almost nil in June and July. In June and July, it's almost nil, it's around 0. April and September are the months when both of these things are sold in almost equal quantity. So in this way, you have to explain this diagram, okay, and you have to do the other ones also, these pie charts, what is mentioned, percentage is given. Similarly in this also, okay, you have to do this. You have to try to complete these analytical paragraphs during this week, okay. If you face any kind of problem, we'll discuss in the coming week. Okay, bacha. Thank you. Have a nice day.